Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Eileen Shanahan, and today we're talking horses with Tony Simonetti. Tony, I noticed some of the tools that you just used in your demo. I've seen the stick with the, I've never seen it really with its stuff hanging off at the end of it. So tell us about some of the tools that you used, and you had some innovative tools that you used for the car crash, as you call it. So tell us about that.
Okay, the situation with tools is this. It's about being creative. Okay, so what I like to do is whenever I have a situation that comes up with a horse, I like to look at what that situation is, because it could be specific, and I create some sort of a tool to help the horses kind of get over whatever it is that's causing the issue. Okay, in this case, it's kind of general. There's the tools that you're going to see. You'll see the plastic bags on the stick, which gives me the ability to wave them around the horses, different parts of the horse's body, I should say, at a safe distance, so that I don't have to be right up under the horse or next to the horse in the event he does react. The tarp, that's another big object, and I think anyone, as you get to know more and more about horses, you find out that it's these types of things that cause them to kind of get emotionally scattered. Okay, so that's why we want to get them used to it. We desensitize them to all these tools, and that's what makes it safer down the road when they confront these types of things while you're riding. Okay, so the tools are basically, you get creative. You saw out there I had bottles, little bottles with rocks in them. That created some sound and some kind of turmoil, but that represents other things that could take place around you or next to you,
Sure, like the paper bag on the trail, the infamous paper bag that they flip out over.
Right, I had somebody out right in the park out here get thrown because somebody next to them took their coat off. So they saw their coat come off, and what is that? That's basically what you're going to see with the tarp flailing or that plastic bag. That kind of represents the same type of movement or stimulus, we'll call it.
Sure. I also noticed you were very polite to your horses. You said please and thank you, and gave them a handshake.
People, they laugh at that. I laugh at it also, because it really isn't the words that matter. It's really because there's two parts to this whole thing. There's the human side of things, and then there's the horse side of things. And I find that people have a hard time controlling their emotions when things aren't going just right.
Sure.
Okay, so what happens a lot of times is, you'll see people get mean or mad. When people get mean or mad, it stops the horse from learning, because now they get the emotional end of it and they become fearful or whatever. The reason I say please and thank you, and I teach my students to say please and thank you, is because you can't really be mean or mad while you're saying please or thank you.
Right.
Is that, so just as human beings, and they don't know the words, they just know the tones, and they feel that you're kind, kind-hearted. And a consequence could be, let's call it severe or a level 4 type of consequence for an action, but you could still keep a very calm and relaxed demeanor. Okay. And that's what the please and thank you is all about.
Let's talk about somebody, they look at what you do, and they're like, that's way too hard. Or, do you do this every time before you go out riding? I want to get out, I want to ride. I don't have the time to do that.
Yes, I get that all the time. And especially, we're in the Northeast here where it's kind of crazy. The pace is extreme. And people will say to me all the time, they'll say, well, I don't have time for this. And I say, well, if you don't have time for safety or creating a situation in your equestrian endeavors that applies to safety, then how much time do you actually have to spend in the hospital then? Because as you know, people out there get hurt because it is a thrill-seeking type thing. Let's face it, you're taking a 12 to 1,400 pounds of solid muscle that has the instinct to flee from anything that might upset them. And once you're on a horse, if you've ever been on a horse that is out of control, you'll see that finding the time is a little bit easier than laying in the hospital for 7 or 8 months. Okay, so that's my thing. That's what I tell people, and it's nothing to fear. There is a science to it, and the science is now available. So why not take the time to learn?
Right, exactly. Now, and it doesn't. You don't have to be an adult to understand all this. You don't have to be a college-educated person.
Right.
I mean, anybody can really do it. And you really have a range of students. So tell us about one special one.
Interestingly enough, that you bring it up, we have the youngest student to date out there. She's 3 years old, going to be 4, and I just wanted to put her out there to show that what we do is sincerely about body language, and once you raise your heart and desire to want to do it, it's attainable by anybody because the science is there now. As you know, like I said, it's teachable. That's what I mean. So we took a 3-year-old girl and taught her how to communicate effectively with horses, and you'll see. I mean, it's an interesting thing to watch, to say the least.
It's pretty awesome. So let's go take a look at it.
All right, sounds good. Take them out to the middle. Go right ahead. Go ahead. Out to the middle. Okay, back them out. You see, drop the line on the ground, all the way down. Drop the line on the ground. Back them out, all the way out. Go ahead. Good girl. Back them out. And release. And bring them in. Pat them right between the eyes. Okay, back them out again. Drop, use the very end of the line. Do it with the very end of the line. You know how to do that. Go ahead. Right there. Don't you back up. Back him out. And release when he goes. Release when he goes. Go ahead. Make him do it, though. Make him do it. Go ahead. Make him do it. Make him back. Make him back. Good girl. Okay, get your carrot stick over there. All right. Now, circle him. Let's see you circle him. Go ahead. Go ahead. Circle him. Make him go. Put the stick and let him go. Go ahead. Let him go. All right. You disengage him? Go ahead. Disengage. All right. Send him the other way. Pick up the stick. Lead it. Lift it. Swing it. Go ahead. Make him go. Good. Go ahead. Disengage him. Okay. Back him up a step. Back him up. Good. Okay. Let's side pass him. Okay, so make sure you get the shoulder to move. Okay, now please don't go forward. Please don't go forward. And walk towards him. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep him going. That's it. Disengage him. Disengage him. Disengage him. Just send him the other way. Turn him around. Send him the other way. Switch hands. Switch hands. That's it. Good girl. Good. Perfect. Send him the other way. Go ahead. Side pass him. Go ahead. Good girl. Disengage him. Disengage his hindquarters. Good. Bring him in. Pat him all over. Or pat him right between the eyes. Bring him in. Drop his head. Okay, good. Now back him out. No, no, no. Drop the, use the end of the line. Good girl. Back him out. Good. Now let me see you send them over the barrels. Okay, now you stay a little bit away from the barrels, okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Send them shoulder. Go ahead. That's it. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Okay. Disengage them. Disengage his hindquarters. Disengage the hindquarters. Look at the hindquarters. That's it. Make it go away. Oh, you're just doing a directional change. Good. Okay. You corrected me on that one, didn't you? Good. Okay. One more time. Good. Bring him in. Bring him in. Pat him right between the eyes. Good girl. Okay, that's it. Bring him over. Oh, yeah, you want to try to lay him down? Go ahead. Bring him out in the middle. Try to lay him down. That's right. Forgot about that part. Thank you, Alice. Bring him out to the middle. To the middle. Okay, stop right there. Now lay him down. Go ahead. And back up. Make sure you back up. Good girl. Good girl. That's it. Perfect.